Hello guys, welcome to our YouTube channel. Welcome to Add Maths Plus Maths. I am now going to discuss to you IGCSE Mathematics Paper 4 Variant 2 of February-March 2020, numbers 1 to 3. Okay, first question. Danu has a model railway. He has a train that consists of a locomotive and 4 coaches. The mass of the locomotive is 87 grams and the mass of each couch is 52 grams. Work out the total mass of the train. So if I want to work out the total mass means you put together the mass of the locomotive, which is 87 grams, and the mass of the 4 couches, which is 52 grams each. So I'm just going to multiply 4 times 52 and then add it with 87. Okay, 4 times 52 is 208 plus 87 will give you 295 grams. So you will get 295 grams as your answer. Question number 2. Work out the mass of the locomotive as a percentage of the total mass of the train. The mass of the locomotive is 87 grams. Divided by the mass of the train, which is 295, times 100%, you will get 29.49 and so on. Okay, but always remember, if the level of accuracy is not specified, then you have to write your answer into 3 significant figures. So it will be 29.5%. The answer is 29.5%. You will get 1 mark for that question. Letter B. The train is 61 cm long and travels at a speed of 18 cm per second. It takes 4 seconds for the whole of the train to cross a bridge. So remember, the whole of the train needs to cross the bridge. It should not only be the front area of the train. Calculate the length of the bridge. Okay, so let's study the scenario. Okay, I have here 61 cm long train passing through a bridge. Okay, remember that starting line. Okay, that starting line will be very significant if the train will move. Okay, the distance traveled by the train will be from here, the starting line, at the end, and then to the end. Okay, but we don't have any idea how much was traveled. What we have here is the speed is 18 cm per second and the time consumed was 4 seconds. Okay, so if you have that, you can calculate actually the distance traveled by the train by using the formula distance is equivalent to speed times time. So if you will multiply the speed and the time, you will get 72 centimeters. Okay, so 72 centimeters will be the distance from the starting line to the front of the train when it finishes crossing the bridge. Okay, but remember, we are calculating for the bridge or the length of the bridge. So what you're going to do is subtract 72 centimeters, which was the distance traveled, by the length of the train, which is 61 centimeters. So 72 minus 61 is equivalent to 11 centimeters. So our answer here is 11 centimeters. You will get 2 marks. Okay, letter C. A new locomotive costs $64. Calculate the cost of the locomotive in rupees when the exchange rate is 1 rupee is equivalent to $0.154. Give your answer correct to the nearest 10 rupees. Okay, I will just basically put the $64 and then put a bracket. I will use this factor. I'll put the $0.154 below and then I will put 1 rupee above Okay, why did I do that? Because I want to cancel out that dollars, which means it will give me 64 divided by 0.154 to have a remaining rupee in there. Okay, so I'll have 41.55.844 and so on, but that decimal number is not significant anymore because I have to give my answer to the nearest 10 rupees, and the tens digit here is 5. Okay, following that 5 is another 5, which means I have to add 1 to the 5 on the tens digit, which will give me an answer of 4,160 rupees. You will get 2 marks. Let's move on to letter D. Letter D. The cost of a railway magazine increases by 12.5% to $2.70. Calculate the cost of the magazine before this increase. Okay, so the original value or the original cost is what we are looking for. So therefore, and another thing that you need to consider here is the value increases. Okay, and we don't know the value. Okay, we don't know the original value that increased in this. Okay, so what you need to do is add up 100% and 12.5% because it's an increase, so you'll get 112.5%. Then 112.5% divided by 100 times original cost is equivalent to $2.70. Okay, to find out the original cost, I'm just going to put this, okay, into the right side. When I put that one into the right side, I'll be getting the reciprocal of 112.5 over 100. Then it will still be multiplied to 2.70, so it will be like this. So 2.70 times 100 over 112.5. Okay, just key in into your calculator, you will get $2.40. Okay, so our answer here is $2.40. You will get 2 marks. Okay, move to letter E. Danu plays with his model railway from 6:50, this is in the morning, to 11:15 in the morning as well. He then rides his bicycle for 3 hours. Find the ratio of the time playing with the model railway to the time riding the bicycle. Give your answer in its simplest form. Okay, I have to find out first how much time was consumed in playing the railway. Okay, so it is from 6:50 to 11:15. Okay, remember when you are doing some subtraction with time is always hexadecimal, meaning 60. Okay, it's not anymore 100 or tens or 1000. Okay, so it's 60. Okay, so if I want to change that one, okay, I'll just add 6 because it's hexadecimal. Okay, so 1 plus 6 will be 7. Okay, since I borrowed 1 from 11, then that will become 10. Okay, so 5 minus 0 is 5. 7 minus 5 is 2, so I'll have 25 minutes. And then 10 minus 6, I'll have 4 hours. Okay, so the playing time of the model railway is 4 hours and 25 minutes. But we are trying to create a ratio, okay, between hours only. So the bicycle time for riding bicycle is 3 hours. So I have to convert this also 4 hours and 25 minutes all into hours. So if I want to convert that, I will just divide that 25 by 60. So it will become 4 hours, 25 over 60 hours. Okay, if you want to change this 4 and 25 over 60, okay, change it into improper fraction. It will be 60 times 4 is 240 plus 25, you will get 145, or 265 over 60 is to 3 will be changed also with over 60, 180 over 60. Okay, so you'll get 265 over 60 is 280 over 60. Just remove that over 60 because anyway they have the same, okay, the same denominator, so it will become 265 is to 180. Okay, we need to put this into simplest form, so I have to divide this by 5, okay, because 5 is the greatest common factor. Okay, so if I will divide that by 5, I will get 53 is to 36. So our answer here is 53 is to 36. You will get 3 marks from answering the question. Moving to letter F. The value of Dino's model railway is $550. This value increases, so take note of that word, increases, exponentially at a rate of R% per year. At the end of 5 years, the value will become $736. So we have the future value, we have the original value, we have the time. We are looking for the rate. Okay, remember, if it increases exponentially, the formula will be this one. Future value is equal to original value times the quantity of 1 plus the rate over 100 to the power of the time in years. Let us just substitute that formula. So we'll get 736 is equal now to 550 times the quantity of 1 plus r over 100 to the power of 5. Okay, there. Next, I want to solve for r. Okay, that's basically our question asking. Okay, that's what the question is asking. So if I want to solve for the r, I'm going to isolate and make r the subject of the formula by, I cannot work onto this part yet because this is actually one quantity multiplied to 550. So I will just divide first both sides, or both sides of the equation by 550 in order for me to remove or get rid of that 550. Okay, so I will divide first. I will get 1.3381 is equivalent now to whatever is left on the right side of the equation. After that, okay, I will try to remove this index because again the one inside the bracket is again one quantity, so I can only remove that index by finding the opposite of that index, which is fifth root. Okay, so I will put in fifth root to both sides. There, I will just remove that fifth root over there and this raised to 5. What will be left will be 1 plus r over 100, and then calculate for that value of fifth root of 1.3381, which is 1. Okay, this one. If you notice, I've written all the numbers that appears into my calculator. Actually, this is not an exact value anymore, but at least it will give you the best value. Okay, now I want to take a look at this. Remember, r over 100 is one quantity, so you cannot work on that yet. So I'll move first that 1 over here, move it to the left side. Okay, so I will be left with 0.05993 and so on is equal to r over 100. Okay, to remove that 100 here, I will multiply both sides by 100. Okay, so it will give me 5.99 and so on. Okay, I have to make my answers, or I want to change my answers into 3 significant figures. So if I change that into 3 significant figures, The third significant figure is 9. Okay, and the following number is 9, so I'll basically, it will become 10. Okay, it moves and then it will become 6. Okay, so the rate now is 6%. Okay, we're done with question number 1. Let's go to question number 2. Okay, question number 2, the table shows some values of y is equal to 2x cubed minus 4x squared plus 3. Okay, so these are already values. I just want to complete the table. Okay, so these are blanks, so meaning I will fill up those blanks. Okay, I will just basically change the value of the x, because these are all values of x. Okay, to find out the value of the y here. Okay, so if I want to find out that those values of y, I will change the value of the x with 0, 0.5, and 1. Remember, there are two x's here, so you will change it with 0, you will get 3. Okay, so 3 with 0.5, you will get 2.25, so that is 2.25. With 1, you will get 1. Okay, for that you will get 3 marks. Okay, as easy as that, you will find out, you will be able to get 3 marks. So it's just basic, you just need to change the values of the x. Okay, so I have the next question. Okay, so this is the next question in our question number 2. Okay, on the grid, draw the graph of y is equal to 2x cubed minus 4x squared plus 3 for x is greater than -1 but less than 2. Okay, so if you are going to draw, you have to plot the points properly. Okay, so I have a while ago 3, -1, -3, that is the point. Okay, I have -0.5, I think that is 1 point something, 1.75. Okay, and then I have 0, 3, and then I have 0.5, and that is 2.25. Then I have 1, 1, I have 1.5, 0.75, and then I have 2, 3. Okay, there. Okay, remember guys, when you draw the graph, you have to be a little bit artistic, wherein when you draw the graph, you have to create soft curves. That's very important, because if you will just connect the dots with lines, I don't think the examiner will consider your answer. So you have to be artistic a little bit over here. Okay, so you draw the line like this, a little bit soft. Okay, there. That's actually question number 2. You will get 4 marks in doing that. Okay, question, Mr. Mars, if I miss 1 point, will there be deduction even if my graph looks like the graph that you have? Yes, there will still be a deduction. So please plot the points properly. Okay, there. Another one is question number 3. Use the graph to solve the equation 2x cubed minus 4x squared plus 3 is equal to 1.5. Okay, you take a look at this. This is actually the equation, or the expression on the equation y is equal to this one. Okay, so meaning the graph of this on the left part of the equation is this line, this curve, which is already graphed. Okay, meaning if I change this into y, y is equal to 1.5. Therefore, what I'm going to do here is to just basically graph y is equal to 1.5. So if I graph that one, okay, the graph will be this on red lines. Okay, you will see that okay, there are 3 intersection points between this graph and the line which I draw, the red line that I draw. Okay, so I am just going to take a look at those intersection points. The values of the x on those intersection points will be the values that I will write on my answers. Okay, because those are actually the solutions of this one. Okay, don't be afraid of writing your answer, because always, if your graph is correct, okay, even if your answers are actually in the marking scheme, another way of explaining it, in the marking scheme they always write range of values. Okay, so there is always a range of values. As long as you are correct with your graph, then I think you will always be correct in answering this question. Okay, so let's move on. So this point, let's take a look at what's the value of the x that I get. Okay, the value of the x that I get is negative 0.53. So the first is negative 0.53. Then next is 0.79, followed by 1.73. Okay, so I just estimated, okay, but actually these numbers are inside of the range given in the marking scheme. Okay, there. But of course, if you are estimating, for example, over here 0.79, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So that's actually the 15th is 0.75, and it's almost closing into 0.8. Okay, so definitely it is 0.79. So that is how you estimate. Okay, question number 4. The equation 2x cubed minus 4x squared plus 3 equals k has only one solution for x is greater than negative 1 but less than 2. Write down a possible integer value of k. Okay, take note of this. It should be a possible integer value. Okay, integer meaning it is not a decimal, it is not a fraction. Okay, it is a whole number. It can be positive or negative. Okay, that's totally basically the meaning of integer. Okay, so how do we do this? Remember a while ago I have 1.5 here. I draw a horizontal line. I want also to draw another horizontal line. If it is on top, okay, it has no solution on that range. Okay, it will have no solution. But as I go down, okay, it will give me 3 solutions. Why? I have this point, point, and point. So intersection points will give me 3 solutions. Okay, after that, if I go down again, it will give me 2 solutions because, okay, I have this point and that point. So 2 solutions only. Okay, when I go down, okay, it will only give me 1 solution. So lower than 1 or 0.5, okay, I will get 0, negative 1, negative 2, or negative 3. So the possible answers that I can get are 0, negative 1, negative 2, and negative 3, or negative 3. Okay, there. Let's move on to question letter B. Okay. On the grid, draw the tangent to the curve of or at x is equal to 1. So you have to find out where is x equals to 1. How to find out? X is 1. Okay. The graph of the curve is this one. Okay. Find out that point where x is equal to 1. So there. Okay. So that is the point now. When we say tangent, okay, remember a tangent is a line that touches the graph once only. Okay, it cannot touch the graph twice. If it touches the graph twice, then it's not anymore a tangent, it's called chord. Okay, so when you draw a line, if it's possible, please draw a line that only touches it once on that point. Okay, so this point actually is called the point of tangency. Okay, so if I draw a line, okay, you notice how I draw the line, it touches only that point. Okay, next, use your tangent to estimate the gradient of the curve at x is equal to 1. Okay, actually this tangent will always estimate the gradient of the curve at that point. Okay, if the point is over here, then there's another different tangent over here. The gradient of that tangent will determine the gradient of this curve on this point. Okay, there. So how do we find out the gradient of the line? Okay, always remember, gradient of a line is equivalent to y2 minus y1 or y1 minus y2 over x1 minus x2. Okay, so I need to select 2 points. Okay, so there should be 2 points. So first point, I have already 1, 3. So 3, 1, 1, 3 is the first point. Okay, and I would rather go into the y-intercept. Okay, so I have a y-intercept which is 0, negative 2. Okay, so if I have that, the gradient will be, this is the formula that I'm saying a while ago, y1 minus y2. y1 is 3, y2 is negative 2, so y1 minus negative 2, and then x1 minus x2, so 1 and then 0. Okay, so what's the result? The result will be 5. So our answer for the second question is 5. Next, question number 3. Write down the equation of the tangent in the form y equals mx plus c. Okay, we know already the gradient. Okay, and then we know already, you take a look at this line. Okay, this line intercepts the y-axis at point negative 2. Okay, actually that's basically the c. So we know already that m is 5 and the y-intercept is negative 2. Okay, therefore the equation of the tangent is 5x minus 2. Okay, there. As easy as that. Okay, next question. Oh, that's the end of our discussion. Thank you very much for watching this video. Happy learning to everyone. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and click that notification bell if you want to be updated with our new lesson video, most especially the revision that I am doing here in our YouTube channel, Add Maths Plus Maths. Thank you and God bless.